Gimp Adventures.
Good afternoon. Welcome back to Gimp Adventures. I'm sitting here, Matt's trying to fill my car with gas, and stupid thing is giving him issues. Is it working yet?
No.
No?
I'm just gonna pay inside.
Alright, if they give you any hassle, I guess I'll have to get out, but stupid thing doesn't want to pay at the pump.
I don't want to replace Cabo.
Oh my god, it's giving him all kinds of hell. That's funny. But after this, I'm gonna go to Walmart and get my hair cut because I'm looking real shaggy, and I suppose I need to look nice for the funeral. Whenever it is. Don't know yet. Still waiting.
Finally. No, I don't want a fucking car wash.
Did you get the card to work?
Yeah.
Oh, you got the card to work. Sweet. That's awesome. Well, that's one less step we have to do. But this day is off to a comical start, so awesome. So what do you think? I like it. I also thought I would take the time to tell you something that I think I realized one of the reasons why I've kind of been having a rough time since I got back from all my running in Mankato and whatnot. I had this crystal that I had hanging on my backpack, and when I was at Mel's, it shattered. I was picking up my backpack and swinging it around, and it nailed her kitchen counter and just shattered. And it was a crystal like this one, clear quartz. And you know, I'm a big believer. I'm real spiritual and that kind of stuff, so I believe things like this, you know, do what they say they're going to. And this one is for astral projection and something that I can't read right now, and heals all conditions. So I had something like this. A day or two after it shattered, I started having a really shitty time. So I'm gonna get me a new one. Something else I'm getting is I'm getting another wooden dowel. It's under $1, and I'm going to use it to make a stick. I'm going to screw like a super ball on the end of it, and I'm going to use it to help me teach Koga to go through the hoop, because he's being really resistant to just wanting to walk through the hoop. I'm not sure why, but so I'm going to use this, and I'm going to get him to follow it around, and once he's good at following it, then I'll try to get him to follow it through the hoop. So that should make things easier. Now I'm just going to get a couple other essentials before I get out of here. So I suppose I better stop looking at stupid t-shirts and Legos and other crap and get the things I need to get and get out of here. So yet again, something odd happened to me at Walmart. You know, what the hell is it about me and Walmart that always draws things to happen to me here? Huh? I don't understand. But what happened this time, since, you know, all I got was just a small bag of stuff. You know, I got a pizza, some Crystal Light, the jelly beans, the keychain, and the wooden dowel is all I got. And I went through self-checkout, because don't need to waste time with a cashier when I just have a couple things like that. So I went up and I scanned the pizza when it was like $3.25. The total on the screen said 50 something. No bullshit. It listed the correct price for the pizza, but the total was way off. So I'm like, no. So we canceled that, and don't know what the hell was going on. So then I had to switch and go to another self-checkout lane. But we got it sorted out, and I didn't have to pay no $50. So that I don't know what it is, but something always happens whenever I go to Walmart. So I finished my little follow stick for Koga. Didn't turn out the way I originally had envisioned, because I was originally thinking I was going to use a rubber Super Ball for it, but yeah, that didn't work so well. I had two issues. One, I had some wood screws laying around left over from somewhere, and I was putting it into the stick, and then the stick actually started to splinter, which I thought could happen, and probably would, because I don't have a drill to be able to drill a pilot hole for it, so the wood really had nowhere to go, which is why there's duct tape wrapped around the end. I was hoping that, you know, once it started to splinter, if I just wrap it in duct tape, that'll keep it together and I won't have to worry about it falling apart. Well, that worked. But then when I was trying to put the screw through the Super Ball crumbled. I destroyed 2 Super Balls trying to do that. I would have thought they would have stretched a little bit more than what they did, so I had to come up with something else. This is actually the knob. Yeah, little girl, don't want to run you over. Was actually the knob off the lid. This is a lid to an ice bucket that I acquired from a hotel that I stayed at back when I used to travel all over for wheelchair basketball when we'd go to tournaments. Yeah, I had a thing for taking a pillow from every hotel that we went to, and I stole a few ice buckets and some other things. We'll just leave it at that. But this will work, you know, it's nice and long, so I can get him to follow around and I'm not anywhere near him. So hopefully this will work. I might paint it just so that it's a little more visible and not such a, you know, tan mute color. So, but we'll see what Liz says. I'm going to show it to her, and if she thinks I should paint it, I'll paint it. You know, it's not like I don't have paint. So, but probably start tomorrow with trying to get him to follow it. So, good times. I just got back from talking with Liz, and I showed her my follow stick for training Koga, and she thought it was great. I told her I was thinking of painting it. She suggested that I paint it yellow, because yellow is one of the few colors that cats can see, and it's one color that her cat seems to respond to the best. So I'm going to now paint it yellow, and we'll try it out tomorrow and see if Koga responds to it. So there's this show on Animal Planet that I've been watching from time to time, and it's called Lost Tapes, and it's supposedly the lost tapes of people that have been attacked by these like cryptozoological creatures. A cryptid is like Bigfoot or Yeti, you know, things like that, things that are supposedly don't exist. And it's totally fake. They make it sound like they're real tapes, but they're totally fake. They're so terribly done that I love them. It's just one of those things that they're so bad, they're good. I can't help but watch them, and they're on Netflix now, the first 3 seasons, and I hope they come out with more. They're so terrible. In the first season, there's a guy who's doing like a survival show, like Man vs. Wild or Survivor Man. More like Survivor Man, because the guy's out in the wilderness alone, and he gets bit by some large kimono dragon type thing, and then he slowly hallucinates and goes crazy out in the woods. That would never happen in real life. Anyone that does a show like that, where they're putting themselves out in the wilderness, has some kind of backup crew to be able to find them and come looking for them soon, and not like, oh, umpteen weeks later they found his body. No, that would never happen. That's like the episode I just got done watching was on the Yeti. This guy died up on Mount Everest. 3 years later, they found his remains, and some other secret thing was discovered and was being shipped back to the U.S. And these 2 journalists snuck onto the boat to be able to break the story early. They get in to the cargo hold of this ship, and a big wooden crate, and it was smashed open. If people actually caught a Yeti, they would not be dumb enough to ship it in a wooden crate. If they did, they're just asking for the thing to break out. You know, they would have it in a steel cage, not a crate. It's so terrible that it's great. You should all go watch it. Lost Tapes on Animal Planet. You can see it on Netflix. I get a big kick out of it. It's so dumb that it's funny. You know. But I suppose I should go to bed now. So good night. I'll see you tomorrow.
Camp Adventures, making our way one push at a time.